The main draw to San Francisco, I think, was EMB, but the hills sure helped because, again, you didn't have to drive anywhere. You could just live in the avenues, and within 20 minutes, you could skate all the way down towards EMB or other spots. We would use the bus basically to go up the hills like a chairlift and skate down the avenues, which had banked driveways and whatnot. Imagine a pack of 10 guys just going up on the bus and skating all the way down over and over all day. And that's pretty much what we did as kids. A decade later or so, and street skating had really taken off. Vert was dead, and we were soon discovering all the spots downtown San Francisco, out in the avenues. Just everything was ours for the taking. There were no security guards or skate stoppers. It was just a wide open skateboard park. San Francisco is only 49 square miles, 7 by 7. And within that mileage, you have just hills all over the place. And they all divide different neighborhoods. Tommy Guerrero was the first guy that really broke out the street skating scene. And he was featured, obviously, in the Bones Brigade video. And showed him going down the driveways on 17th Avenue. And that blew it wide open, like seeing Tommy skating down a hill, doing tricks in succession without pushing, just using gravity was quite amazing at the time to see that. So moving forward from where Tommy and all of us started, skating the hills, guys like Sean Young, I think he was from Alabama, you could find out, but Sean Young was one of the guys that really blew it wide open with his opening part in Fucktards, the video by Antihero. So he would just point it straight, no sliding, just time the intersection lights and go. And he actually, back to the Antihero video, he bombed Gulf Street. He bombed that in the rain at night, which is just insane. Just one of the gnarliest things that's ever happened, in San Francisco hill skating. As a benchmark today, I don't know if anybody wants to match that. It's pretty crazy. Julian definitely was a guy that, took on the hills with pretty much control and style and power and ease. Definitely feels comfortable going fast on his board, weaving in and out of traffic. Yeah, it's not a problem for him. He probably definitely inspired Sean Young when Sean came out here. Julian's dad lived in Santa Monica and his mom lived up in San Francisco, so he had kind of influence from the Venice Beach guys, the surf skate style. Obviously with Nadas as well. So he skated a lot with Nadas and Eric Dressen and those guys down in Venice, and then he'd come up to San Francisco for months. And he definitely brought the surf style to San Francisco street skating scene, and would pump downhill and carve, and just had that loose style to him for sure. Yeah, he lived in the avenues, so that was kind of his domain when he lived in San Francisco, riding the hills and whatnot. Chris definitely had a rabid push and would love to go fast, so he pretty much took to it like a duck to water, no problem. It's just something you do when you live in San Francisco. You just adapt to it. But by and large, most of the guys that moved to San Francisco, like Dan Drehobel, Frank Gerwer, all these guys definitely took on the hills with no problem. Frank's switch bomb, down the avenues is another thing that's just like remarkable. Yeah, he gets the speed wobbles going switch and he pulls it off. What the hell, man? Yeah, his part just blew my mind. I don't know him that well, but seeing him take his style of skateboarding to the old spots that Chris Sen and John Cardiel and numerous San Franciscan skaters skated back in the day to now was just like, wow, this is definitely next level shit. He definitely proved that he can skate any terrain on any slope, no problem. I think just the hills are weaved into the whole culture of San Francisco street skating.